And there is a look at Tim Witherspoon's record. He's lost the 2 fights, 1 to Holmes, 1 to Thomas, 16 knockouts. He's not a guy that's going to go after the knockout necessarily, but he'll take it, obviously, if it's there. He's not a bad finisher. He does look very calm. That's always been a good sign for a fighter. And so Tony Tubbs, the champion, prepares to come into the ring now. He says at 244 pounds he's all right. But he was also quoted back in 1979, and admittedly it's almost 7 years ago, when he fought a fight, an amateur fight, at 220 pounds. That's Leola Tubbs, his mother, who is at every one of her little boy's fights, as she puts it. Just before the fight, when we spoke with Jimmy Ellis, Ellis said if he comes in at 225, 26, or 27, he'll be lean and ready. Well, here he is at 244. Now, his record, of course, cannot be questioned. 22-0. He has not fought the caliber of opponents that Tim Witherspoon has, however.
But you never know how good an unbeaten fighter is. You just never know. He may be the best of the whole bunch of them out there.
A look at the tail of the tape. A reach advantage for Tony Tubbs, but reach is really deceiving, I think, in the fact that it is wingspan that is measured, so we're really not talking about too much.
You know, we should also point out that Witherspoon, although he looks solid, weighs about 10, 12 pounds more than he did when he fought Larry Holmes a couple of years ago. More than he did when he fought Pinklon Thomas. I don't know whether that weight means anything to him, whether it's significant or
From
not.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, wearing blue trunks with white trim. He tipped the scales at 227 pounds. His record, 23 wins, 2 losses, 16 victory by knockout. Former world champion and current North American Boxing Federation heavyweight champ. He's ranked number 3 by the WBA. Welcome, terrible Tim Witherspoon. Out of Cincinnati, Ohio, wearing white trunks with gold and black trim. He weighed in at 244 pounds. His record, 22 victories, no losses, 15 wins by knockout. The undefeated WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Tony TNT Tubbs.
I will add, I'm going to let you guys fight as long as both your hands are free. When you're tired up, give me a clean break at all times and a clean fight. Shake hands now and good luck to you both.
15 years ago, we were both here for that fantastic event, Ali coming out of exile to fight Jerry Quarry. I look in this fight for Tubbs not to use his jab as much early in the fight, but to try to stay inside the wide swinging punches of Witherspoon. That's what a good boxer would do.
Round 1, and we will see the pace of this fight early. It starts up very up-tempo.
Right away, Tim Witherspoon went at Tony Tubbs. I'm sure he wants to keep that pressure going, knowing fully well, or assuming fully well, that Tubbs can't maintain the movement. Because Tubbs is trying to be elusive. Tubbs, the best he has going for him, he has beautiful hands, quick hands, beautiful combinations. Witherspoon, a very tenacious fighter, very physical fighter.
Tubbs going downstairs.
See, the reason I was criticizing the excess weight of Tony Tubbs is the fact that to fight a guy like Witherspoon, you need mobility. You have to be able to utilize the ring and keep moving.
And despite the fact that Tubbs is not one who really enjoys the rigors of training, he has been effective in later rounds. Both men looking to the body in the first round.
Keeping those hands out, Witherspoon.
Right hand in close by Tim Witherspoon.
The first round was a very physical fight. Both guys just trying to initiate that respect and dictate the tempo of the fight. So far, they're even.
And again, Witherspoon going downstairs. Tubbs has been content to do that for the better part of this round as well. shot by Tubbs.
Tubbs uses movement to get out of the way of those bombs thrown by Tim Witherspoon. I just want to see how long he can keep this up.
It's only the first round, but you really have a feeling that conditioning might become a very important part of this fight. Slim Jim Robinson, who has been called by some Tim Witherspoon's greatest asset. He engineered the near win over Larry Holmes.
A very fast-paced first round for both fighters.
It was a good shot by Witherspoon that backed Tubbs up against the ropes.
In fact, Witherspoon is much more the quicker starter, whereas the Tubbs utilizes the ring a great deal. There's that good left jab. But that first round, both fighters went at it. Downstairs, Witherspoon started working body.
Witherspoon starting up and then going down.
I wouldn't be surprised if Witherspoon stayed downstairs a couple of rounds and just to slow down Tubbs, because I doubt very seriously if Tubbs can carry that weight for 15 rounds. Good jab, good left jab by Tony Tubbs.
Okay, you're tied up. Come on, you're tied up. Come on. Okay, all right. Come on, let's go.
Good counter punch to the body by Tubbs, who now opens up Witherspoon a little bit.
You saw the hand speed of Tony Tubbs.
Good fight here, what referee Nate Morgan said to Tony Tubbs.
Okay, cut on him. Okay, you're tied up. Come on, you're tied up.
Both fighters are really starting to get frustrated with each other.
Really up-tempo for a 15-round fight between two guys this big. Crowd here at the Omni, incidentally, really into this fight.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure these guys, both guys have been talking for the past week or so.
And as we mentioned at the top of the show, this fight does have an added significance now. It's almost a case of sudden death because the loser is going to be out of the hunt. Tim Witherspoon breathing through his mouth, but he has done that historically. He's done it in every fight we've seen him in.
Here's a replay of slow-mo. You saw the wild right hand by Witherspoon, but he came back with a nice left to the body. And then Tubbs let loose with this salvo of punches.
Speaking again about the fact that Witherspoon keeps that mouth open. It's a bad habit because you talk asking for a busted lip or either broken jaw. Keep that mouth shut. See a little experience in Tubbs. He was able to spin Witherspoon.
Yeah, just a note about experience, as a matter of fact, even though they've had a comparable amount of professional fights, Tony Tubbs had 120 amateur fights, and Tim Witherspoon had 6.
I think what compensates Witherspoon's inexperience as far as an amateur boxer was the fact that his strength, his own physical strength, and great body. Tubbs is to hit and miss, make his man miss, to be a counter puncher. Get his punches in, and then get outside.
Said that Tubbs had 120 amateur fights. Make that 253 amateur fights.
That's a lot of fights. I had only 160. Good jab, stiff jab by Witherspoon.
And a good left hand by Tubbs coming back. So both men scoring heavily here. And again.
Tubbs tried to go to the body. In fact, he was successful, but he was caught by a left hook by Witherspoon. Both men are really thinking in here. At times, Tubbs tried to utilize his boxing skill, but then all of a sudden, Witherspoon cuts the ring off, so he has to fight. So now, at this point, he's fighting Witherspoon's fight. Inside, street fight.
Tubbs kind of retreating here, getting himself on the ropes, now fights off them. Witherspoon counter-punching very well. He ducked all of Tubbs' punches and came back with his own.
We're talking good punches, good defense, good offense.
A lot of good body punches so far in the first 3 rounds, Ray.
A lot of body shots, a lot of vicious shots thrown, more so by Witherspoon. Tubbs was throwing body shots, liver shots, but I think the most effective shots were thrown by Witherspoon.
Once again, you saw a pretty good counter-punching right hand by Witherspoon.
Good jab. And yes, Tubbs has to keep that up. But I'm afraid that Witherspoon's not letting him. He's starting to crowd him now. Stand on top of him.
Witherspoon's corner told him to bring the left hand up just a little bit.
Witherspoon is still really trying to crowd Tubbs, mainly because it's a good move, because you won't allow the boxer any punching room. So staying close to him doesn't allow him to get his punches off. Back to the body.
Witherspoon is dictating the tempo of the fight so far. In Tubbs' corner between rounds, they said, you won the first 2. I'm not real sure, first 3 I should say, I'm not real sure they were right.
Tony Tubbs shaking that right hand.
All right. Okay, fight your way out of it. Fight out of it.
Again, Witherspoon just pressing the fight.
Witherspoon just stand downstairs, but he's throwing one punch. He needs to put throw like that, like Tubbs ready to do. Put both hands together. Work on both sides of the body.
And again, a good counter-punching right hand by Tim Witherspoon. Took 2, but he gave 1 that was better, and another good right hand.
It's a serious fight here.
Punching after the bell, and Nate Morgan finally breaks him up. Witherspoon's hot. So's the crowd.
There's Witherspoon throwing two not too effective punches. He throws long punches. They're not paralyzing punches. They're not punches that make a guy feel he's out of there. But they're hard punches, nevertheless. That was Witherspoon's best exchange of that round.
They come to the 5th round. Great crowd here at the Omni. They've really been into the fight right from the opening bell.
And for both fighters. One thing you have to really appreciate in Tony Tubbs, he has that natural talent. He has a gift. Very fast hands for a heavyweight, for a big man.
I have to say that he doesn't really look appreciably bigger than he was the last time I saw him at 229. I realize he's 17 pounds bigger, or 15 pounds bigger, but he really doesn't look that much bigger.
Tony Tubbs is quite deceiving because there is no definition in his body, yet his hand speed is really incredible. And the fact that he's able to put combinations together so well is another bit of amazement.
You can see Tubbs drop both hands and back up. Once again, Tony Tubbs trying to go downstairs. Witherspoon headhunting a little bit more.
Double left jab, right hand to follow by Tony Tubbs. Again, both men are doing what they do best. Witherspoon working inside, really staying the aggressor and trying to work the body, being very physical. Tony Tubbs, on the other hand, is using his hand speed, using his jab, using his combinations, scoring points. A couple times he tried it for the knockout. But I don't think he possessed the power to knock his man out early. Good stinging jab.
Tubbs short with both of those, very short with both of those. That's a good right hand by Witherspoon. Might have been the best punch of the fight.
It caught Tubbs on the side of the head. Those type of punches, especially if you're hit by a puncher, can daze you.
Tubbs finally gets himself off the ropes for a second.
Punch away out of it. Come on, cut out of it. Come on, cut out of it. Cut out of it.
Pretty good right hand by Tubbs, but Witherspoon didn't go away.
Now you may see some combinations here by Tubbs. I think he tried to wait for Witherspoon to punch himself out.
I counted about 10 or 12 hard body punches by Tubbs in that round. That's a lot of hard body punches in a round, Ray.
Especially by a big man. That's a great deal of body shots. You don't see that sometimes in an entire fight.
Isaac Hayes, Ray Perkins,
There's Muhammad Ali. Ali celebrating his 44th birthday today. Believe it or not, he sparred 8 rounds with Tim Witherspoon on Monday, sparred 52 rounds in the last couple of weeks with various heavyweights.
King again. King again is done. On HBO, stand for Home Boxing Organization. Will begin in April sometime.
Michael Spinks.
And Michael Spinks.
That was also Dominique Wilkins, one of the fine talents in the NBA, sitting alongside Larry Holmes. And in April, Michael Spinks and Larry Holmes for the IBF Heavyweight Championship. A lot of fights to look forward to here on HBO. March 22nd, of course. Pinklin Thomas, Trevor Berbick. And then in April, Holmes Spinks. And tonight, pretty good go so far.
And all the heavyweight contenders are eagerly just awaiting the verdict of this fight, the outcome, because they are waiting for an opportunity to go for the big bucks, the big title.
fights so far. This is the 6th round. We're going 15.
Good, damaging left jab then to stop Witherspoon in his tracks. I noticed that at times Tony Tubbs attempts to throw that uppercut. That's a very dangerous move, especially inside the way his body's positioned. Because by dropping that right hand to throw that uppercut, he's liable to be hit by a short left hook. And Witherspoon has that. There's the left hook. Short. A little short.
Okay, all right.
Tubbs throwing combinations. Counter-punching right hand by Tubbs.
He caught, Tubbs was able to catch Witherspoon in the motion of throwing a punch.
Okay, you're caught up. Come on, get on.
Witherspoon does not appear to be quite as sharp with his punches as he was earlier.
Well, now, because those first couple rounds were very fast-paced rounds. You may notice a lot of arm punches being thrown now. They both are waiting for their second win.
Okay, punch your way out.
Conditioning plays a major role around this point of the fight now, between the 6th, 7th, and 8th round.
Okay, you're caught up. Come on, don't hold it. Hold on. Come on, let's go.
Coming down to the end of the 6th round.
Okay, come on, keep your punches up there.
I thought that was Tubbs' best round. I don't know if this is a clear-cut trend yet, but I sense in the last few rounds that Tubbs is beginning to dominate a little bit with his skill. There was a good right hand at close quarters by Witherspoon. And a right to the stomach, right back from the champion.
Round number 7. Both corners extremely confident that their man is doing it exactly right so far. There's a good left hand by Tubbs.
This is the perfect, the classic boxing confrontation, box against the puncher. That body shot seemed like it folded over Tony Tubbs just then.
Witherspoon with a good body shot there. It's one of those fights you have the feeling could be won or lost in the corner.
Both fighters stand to the body.
That punch was caught largely on the arms.
Ripping body shots by Witherspoon. He's going for that additional midsection. Those love handles he's going for.
A lot of damaging shots by both men to the midsection.
Tubbs can't stand straight up after he finished throwing a combination because that left hook off by Witherspoon is very, very powerful. This is turning to be a great fight.
Okay, let's go. Come on. Get your hands up, baby. Watch your shot. Start your way out.
Two punches to the body and then one to the head by Tubbs. Good hand speed.
Okay, fire out of it.
And these guys are not letting up.
No, the pace of the fight has been very quick. It's been fought at close quarters almost all the way.
There's a sequence, a good left and a good right by Tubbs, driving Witherspoon into the ropes. And Witherspoon will fight off the ropes. Right there, a left that's high, good right to the body.
Those shots, body shots, been thrown by both men, and neither fighter has let up yet.
I'm almost sure I heard Slim Jim Robinson in Witherspoon's corner say he's ready to go, which I find pretty hard to believe. Or perhaps it was in Tubbs' corner.
There, Tubbs gave a wink to his corner.
Good right hand by Witherspoon that time.
I guess trying to let them know that everything's under control.
Sort of a Tony Tubbs version of rope-a-dope here. He's just got the elbows tucked in.
I mean, both fighters know exactly how to execute a body shot. They're putting their weight behind it, getting the leverage behind it. And also, Tubbs appears to know exactly how to finish every meal. But I'm really surprised to see him at this weight. I mean, to be champion, vanity plays a major part in your life and in your career.
There is no truth to the rumor there'll be a lunch break after the 10th round, though.
Look at now Tubbs coming back to life. I mean, both guys, this shows you both guys are in fantastic shape.
Again, it's a very tactical fight. Tubbs has been on the ropes and letting Witherspoon take his best shots, taking most of them on the shoulders and the elbows. Coming out of it when he does in flurries.
There's the left jab. And the right hand to fall.
And a good left hand sends Tubbs into the ropes. It was a straight left hand.
Both feet are together of Tubbs. Now he's using his weight. Maybe that's why he's putting additional weight. To withstand the power of Witherspoon. But that left hook really had him in trouble for a second there. Some of those right hands are starting to get through. Not clean, but the fact they're starting to land.
That was a good, clean shot.
I'll be able to tell whether or not that punch seriously hurt Tubbs as he walked back to his corner. See if his legs are steady.
He's got 10 seconds to get through round number 8.
Come on, let's go.
This is a very, very hard fight to judge. After 8 rounds, I have it dead even. I could be 8 rounds off.
Okay? You understand that? Yeah. Okay. Okay?
Now there's 2 lefts and a right and a left downstairs, and Witherspoon followed with a left hook. And that's been the big surprise I found in this fight, Ray. He hasn't been known for the left hook. I think Slim Jim Robinson has been working on the left hook with him because he expects that Tubbs would be looking for that long right.
Well, I don't know, Ray. He did not go back on steady legs at the end of that round.
No, he walked back and there was like a delay in his steps. He was instructed from the corner to pick it up again. Well, he tried to pick it up and he was hurt by a left hook, a short left hook by Witherspoon. Talking about Slim Jim Robinson, he's a great asset to the camp of Witherspoon because apparently he's showing him something that he wasn't using before in his career. That he has 2 hands and both fists carry dynamite.
And again, against the ropes is Tubbs taking punishment from Tim Witherspoon.
Not much movement from Tubbs. Could be one of 2 things. Indication that that additional luggage he's carrying is starting to take his toll, or he's just trying to wait for Witherspoon to punch himself out.
Witherspoon giving not much indication of that. Lost a little sharpness along about the 5th round, but he's come back rather effectively in the last couple.
Well, you'll notice when Witherspoon is able to either rock Tubbs, since adrenaline starts flowing, he gets become more aggressive. The other thing applies to Tony Tubbs. Those hands should be up of Tubbs. Witherspoon has that looping right hand, and he puts a lot of body behind it. You see there, he's way away from the right hand of Tubbs.
Witherspoon counterpunching effectively with the left hand.
Once again, back to the body.
Chopping right hand. And Witherspoon comes back with another combination.
The interesting thing about the heavyweight division, and it intrigues me, it exchanged hands so many times. One guy's champion for a few days or a few months, and next thing you know, you find a new champion.
So far, both these guys looking better than I've ever seen either one of them look.
Well, they both prepared themselves mentally, physically, and waiting.
Round number 10. Tough fight.
I see a fairly even fight, although Witherspoon has come on a couple rounds. So give him a slight edge. But we're far from finish here.
Witherspoon still looks fresh. Maybe the fresher of the two right at the moment. That was a good body shot by Witherspoon. Witherspoon talking to Tony Tubbs now, just saying, come on, come on.
Yes, because he wants him to get closer so he'll fight his fight. Tubbs will continue to stay on the outside at this point and throw his little body shots. There, those liver shots. After he throws his left hook, he comes back with the left jab to keep his man at bay. Now we're back towards the corner.
Might be fought more at long range in this round than it has at any other time. Counter-punching left hand by Witherspoon, the better of that exchange.
What's been working for Tubbs has been the double left jab in the right hand, but he's always countered by the left hook of Witherspoon. So he needs to come back with some left hook after he finishes the right hand.
He's howling low.
I have Witherspoon slightly ahead at this point, 5-4-1.
A lot of support for Tony Tubbs in his corner. His handlers assuring their fighter that they're behind him. Telling him to get in close once again, and we'll see now if Tony Tubbs can do that. Witherspoon has started to dictate the tempo again over the last 3 rounds.
The power or the sound of those guys' body shots just echoes throughout the arena.
Witherspoon up on his toes right now, looking very fresh. This is the 11th round.
But Tubbs said in his corner, he told his guys that he feels great. Witherspoon stayed close to Tubbs from the very first round. This is also showing that Tubbs can fight inside too.
No damage really being done here.
Oh,
there's a left hand by Tubbs.
Triple
Good
left
shot.
hook. Triple left hook.
Okay, all right.
Coming down to the end of the 11th round.
As Witherspoon turning southpaw.
This is round number 12. And it's still up for grabs, I think.
I would agree, because both fighters have really been working and throwing a lot of punches. Witherspoon has landed more effective shots. But one thing is for sure, the additional weight does not slow the hand speed of Tony Tubbs. I really felt this would slow the movement of Tubbs.
Odell Hadley saying that he wants him to come over the top with the right hand.
And when his left hand is up, to go to the body. Tubbs normally uses his boxing skill. Here, I think he's just using his experience and willing to exchange punch for punch inside with Tim Witherspoon.
Tubbs continues to try to dig downstairs.
Once again, Witherspoon has turned southpaw. And doing so, he has a tendency to confuse his opponent.
That's a left hand by Tubbs.
I don't know, it seemed like that left hook bothered Witherspoon or just made him mad.
Okay, all right. Come on, all right. Keep it punching. Keep him
Going into deeper water for Tim Witherspoon. He's left in 12. Has beyond 12 rounds. Maybe that's what Tubbs is waiting for.
The final 3 rounds.
Final 3 rounds, but that would be a bad move.
This Tubbs has only gone 15 rounds once also.
But he's tasted it. Well, these 3 rounds, they say very important rounds. In fact, they are very important rounds. And they don't want Tubbs to move straight back. They want him to move from side to side. Witherspoon attacking the body once again.
Tubbs covering up, but most of those punches are being caught on the arms. That right hand was not caught on the arms, however.
Oh, beautiful shots. Those punches land. The left hook, the right hand were able to get through by Tim Witherspoon.
Witherspoon, the harder puncher. I don't think there's any question about that. Tubbs, when he has knocked opponents out, has worn them down.
You notice there he had Witherspoon missing. That's the key to the fight for Tubbs.
Left hand just a little bit short by Witherspoon.
But every time that he makes Witherspoon miss, he should counter. Come back with something. There again, he made a miss. He needs to come back with something. Tubbs needs to counter.
And he has made his reputation as a counterpuncher.
Okay, fight your way out of it. Fight out of it.
There's 2 more rounds to decide a winner.
And you have a feeling that those 2 rounds may decide the winner,
It's
too.
a tough fight to call at this point. A very difficult fight.
Witherspoon hammering on Tubbs, going downstairs and then upstairs at the bell.
Well, Witherspoon's starting to get the eye of the fans here.
I sensed a little bit of concern in the corner of Tony Tubbs.
Just seconds before the end of the 13th round, Witherspoon was able to take that round because he stayed on top of Tubbs and threw a lot of punches. Tubbs trying to box now.
Saw those fight stat numbers a moment ago that in the last 3 rounds, Tim Witherspoon has thrown twice the amount of punches as Tony Tubbs. So if in fact the judges are looking for the aggressor, they have him. He's the guy in the blue trunks. And still he swarms over Tony Tubbs.
See, normally Tubbs would be moving. That additional weight has hurt him. It's proven to be fatal for him.
Okay, come on. All right.
And a good right hand by Witherspoon. Left hand forces Tubbs back.
Tubbs needs to reach down at this point, Barry, because the title's starting to slip away from him. Yes, it is a close fight, but what's happening here is Witherspoon has been dominating just a little bit more. He's been far more aggressive in the later rounds than Tubbs. He's landing the cleaner blows at this point than Tubbs.
Round now, and this time Tubbs turns Witherspoon against the ropes, but is really unable to deal out any punishment.
Jimmy, get that glove.
Well, the crowd, it's a split decision.
They're seeing Tim Witherspoon and Tony.
And Slim Jim Robinson saying, if you knock him out, you don't have to worry about it.
That's always the best way to do things.
Should be a most interesting decision. Of course, they say you got to take the title away from the champion, and Witherspoon has been aggressive, and as you mentioned the last round, Ray, particularly so in the late going.
And that's when it really counts, because the judges remember those last few seconds when you come back.
Witherspoon not holding anything back here, and Tubbs still seems unable just to get any real power untracked.
Normally we see a Tubbs counter-punching, using that jab, using the hand speed. Here we see a Tubbs willing to fight inside, exchange punch for punch with a stronger opponent as Tim Witherspoon. Tubbs has been very susceptible to body shots, some vicious body shots.
All right, come on, all right, get out of it, get out of it, get out of it.
This round being fought in the middle of the ring. Halfway through the final round.
I'm sure both fighters will critique themselves after this fight. I'm sure that Witherspoon will be very, very pleased. I'm sure Tubbs will be quite disappointed because he fights better than this.
When Tubbs does punch, he seems to punch off his back feet, too. Back leg. Doesn't really seem to have the power. exciting fight. Very interesting fight.
What a difference a few additional rounds, few additional pounds can make on a fighter.
There's a good left hand by Witherspoon. And a right hand. There'll be no knockout in this one.
I've given the fight to Witherspoon.
And if he gets it, I think it's fair to say that he earned it. Both camps, of course, feel their man has won the fight. Witherspoon being lifted up on one side of the ring. Tony Tubbs, hands clasped over his head in a victory sign on the other side of the ring.
I would say that Tubbs made this fight a lot more difficult than it could have been by putting on that additional weight. And this is what I always said, that fighters need to be more disciplined. You have an obligation to yourself and to the public to be in the best of shape when you enter these 4 squares, especially as champion.
Let's take a look at the way Tim Witherspoon ended this fight, Ray, and he ended it with some bombs.
Well, I think this is one of the reasons that Witherspoon should walk away with the decision. He stayed on top of Tubbs. He fought this way the entire fight. And Tubbs never really was on his toes, never really utilized what his boxing skill possessed, the good hand speed, the good left jab.
As you can see by the total punches thrown, he threw almost 130 punches more, 125 punches more than did Tony Tubbs. And he scored more effectively, too, 43% to Tubbs' 38%. He forced the fight, and I think that's the bottom line.
Well, the statistics are quite surprising to see that the puncher punched more or threw more punches than the boxer, who possessed so much talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a majority decision.
Split decision.
Judge Harry Cencini scores the fight 144-143. Judge Robert Ferraris scores the fight 143-143 even. Judge Edward Woods scores the fight 144-141 for the winner and new heavyweight champion of the world,
Tim Witherspoon has won it. And it was as close and as confusing as Larry Merchant had said he thought it would be. Hard-earned victory for the new champion. Tough loss for the old champion.
I thought that Witherspoon won the fight. I felt that he was aggressive, and I'm sure Tubbs should admit, or probably will admit, that he was not as serious or sincere about his training and as his career as he should have been. It cost him a title, it cost him money, it cost him recognition.
Larry Merchant is with Tony Tubbs. Let's get to Larry Merchant right now.
What did you think of the decision?
Well, I know the fight was close, but I figured I scored more to the body. I stayed in on the body and I scored more cleaner shots. Tim threw good shots, but I caught most of the shots. But I ain't complaining because I'm still in my learning stages, you know.
Did the extra weight hurt you?
No, well, see, like I told you before, I had a few injuries and I couldn't train for like 2.5 weeks when I wanted to get my weight down. I just trained for this fight.
Did you feel it dragging you on at the end of the fight? The last 3 rounds seemed like tough rounds for you.
The last 3 rounds, Tim was more tired than I was. I should have pressed him more, but I wanted to wait on the clean shots because you can get careless and Tim would come over with that overhand. But get a credit to Tim because the judges made the decision. I'm not a crybaby.
Thank you, Tim.
Thanks.
All right, Tim Witherspoon, you've regained the title. What did you attribute your win tonight to?
Hard training, Tony Tubbs giving me a chance to fight him, and just a lot of hard training and dedication and getting my mind together for this fight.
You saw that he was overweight. What did that mean to you?
I didn't hear that.
Huh?
I didn't hear that.
All right, you didn't hear the question. He was overweight, clearly.
Right.
He was heavy.
Right.
What did that mean to you?
That means that I know I could work hard, put the pressure on him, because when he won the title, he was much lighter. And I think his mind wasn't right when he came in at 244 because he didn't fight in 9 months. I knew that he wasn't ready mentally.
At the end of the fight, there were periods where you seemed tired, but at the end of the fight, you came on. Do you attribute that to the fact that you were in better shape than him?
Yes, I do. But I got to give it to him. He was in good shape. He wasn't breathing hard. And I just had the determination and a lot of things in front of me, you know, to gain. And I didn't want to lose him, so I just pushed hard.
Just a word. You know about the series of heavyweight championship fights that's coming up to unify the heavyweight title. What are your thoughts about it?
Just here was a hard fight and a good workout. And he was a great champion. But this is getting me ready for revenge on Pinkman Thomas or Larry Holmes. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to start training real hard because I want it all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry.
Okay.
Thank you.